Hello, friends. I am Mrs. Imagination, Angela Imagination. You can call me either one. Today's picture book is a sweet story. It even has some lessons we can learn from it. I think you'll like it. And to help us get ready, let's see what's inside my basket. Oh, when I pick my basket up, well, this is too big to fit in my basket. Wow, a wreath. Pretty wreath. I wonder why there's a wreath. Well, it is a Christmas story. Let's see. Oh, a pretty ornament. And a glove. One glove. Nice and warm when you wear it on your hand. I wonder what these things have to do with our story. Oh, I'm getting so many questions. Wow, well, let's see. Today's story comes from a book that has 4 stories in it. But today's story is called The Christmas Snowman. And the author is Diane Sherman. And the illustrator is Sherman. The Christmas Snowman. That already gives me just a warm feeling, doesn't it you? I love to build a snowman. I wonder if someone's going to build a snowman. Oh, I just have so many questions. Let's read and find out. The Christmas Snowman. Sammy was a handsome new snowman. He had button eyes, a carrot nose, and a derby hat. But Sammy didn't want to be an ordinary snowman. He wanted to be a Christmas snowman. A Christmas snowman, said Squeaky Squirrel as he jumped off the branch to say hello. Now that would be something special. Very special, oh, said Corky Crow. He swooped low and landed on Sammy's shoulder. Oh, but how can you be a Christmas snowman? Well, said Sammy, first I'll need some decorations. You do lots of traveling, Crow. Have you seen something that I can use? Corky Crow thought for a moment and then took off for his favorite spot, the dump. On a trash pile, he saw a wreath that looked like new. Carrying it back in his beak, he dropped it over Sammy's head. Thank you, said Sammy. This looks fine around my neck. Now, what about you, Squirrel? Do you have anything I can use? Squeaky Squirrel thought for a moment, then scurried back to his hidey hole in the tree. From deep inside, he pulled out a big red bow he'd found on the ground. Here you are, Snowman, he said. He tucked the ribbon on Sammy's hat. Fanny Field Mouse heard the commotion and poked her nose out from under a log. A new snowman, how do you do? He wants to be a Christmas snowman, says Squeaky. Do you have any decorations we can use? Fanny thought a minute. Then she disappeared in her hole. Soon she was back, with her children behind her pushing a huge gold ball. It's an ornament, said Fanny. The children found it last year. Beautiful, said Sammy. They placed it on his chest. Thank you, friends. Do I look like a Christmas snowman now? Oh, yes, shouted Squeaky Squirrel. Seeing you makes me feel all happy and Christmassy inside. He clapped his paws together and started doing somersaults. The field mouse children began tumbling too. Sammy smiled as he watched. He liked making everyone happy. I feel like dancing, Fanny said. She glided around the others. There's just one thing. Christmas is for everyone. The animals can see you here, but not many people will. Sammy thought about it. Then he had an idea. Come here, Corky Crow, he whispered into Corky's ear. With a flap and a flutter of his wings, Corky flew off. He found some children racing downhill on their sleds. Swooping low, he grabbed a mitten someone left on the ground. Come back, Crow, the children yelled. They grabbed their sleds and followed to where the snowman stood. Someone decorated the snowman. They stood admiring Sammy. Doesn't he make you feel good, said the children. A Christmas snowman. Joining hands, they danced all around Sammy. Up in a tree, Corky Crow danced too, clapping his wings to keep time. Squeaky Squirrel drummed on a branch with some twigs. And down below, behind a log, the field mouse children frolicked. At night, when everyone slept, Sammy stood in the moonlight. He felt a lovely glow inside. His friends helped make his dream come true. He couldn't be happier. He was a Christmas snowman. Oh, how sweet. How sweet is that story? I told you it was a very sweet story and would just make you feel so good inside. Let's look at our basket. I think we know. Yeah, we had the wreath, and the wreath went around the snowman's neck. I don't think I could get this over my head. Oh, and there was a Christmas ball that they used for one of the buttons on the snowman. It was gold, but this is a pretty green one. Oh, and then, of course, the glove. What was the glove used for? I'm going to ask you a question. What was the glove used for? Yes, that silly crow went and took one of the children's gloves so that they would follow him to Sammy's snowman. Oh, you know what I like about that story? And there are a few things that I like, but one thing I like is that everyone helps. Sammy had a problem. He wanted to be a Christmas snowman, but he couldn't make it happen. So his friends helped. They found the wreath, they found the bow for his hat, and they found an ornament for a button. Isn't that sweet? Everyone helping. That is one thing that's good about Christmas, is everyone helps make the holiday merry. Another thing I liked is that everyone gave something that they had. Yeah. Well, the crow didn't actually have the wreath, but he flew around and looked, and he brought it to him. So he gave the wreath to Sammy. And then the squirrel, Squeaky Squirrel, yeah, he looked in his hidey hole, and there, lo and behold, was a bow. And he shared the bow. And then the field mice had that ornament. They gave what they had. That's called sharing. When you have something or are using something and you give it to someone else to have or to borrow, you're sharing. I like sharing at Christmas time and all through the year. Can you think of other ways to be a Christmas snowman? Now, you can't be a Christmas snowman, but you could be a Christmas boy or girl. You can be a Christmas boy or girl by helping and by sharing. Can you think of other things you can do? Maybe by singing and smiling and being thankful, using good manners, saying thank you and please. Yeah. Do you remember how the animals said that they felt Christmassy inside? Let's see if Mrs. Imagination can find that. Yeah. Here we go. I'm getting there. Squeaky Squirrel. You remember he just jumped around and he said, "Seeing you makes me feel all happy and squeaky and Christmassy inside." Not squeaky. Christmassy inside. Oh, how do you feel Christmassy inside? Is it when you're happy and full of joy? Not thinking about the gifts you're going to get, but just because it's a wonderful time to celebrate and to be happy with family. That's how you feel Christmassy inside. But then at the very end, I love how Diane Sherman, the author, wrote that when everybody else was asleep, Sammy, standing there in the moonlight, he felt a lovely glow inside. A lovely glow, like he's burning, like there's a light. Did you know there is a light inside of you? Yes. The light inside of you gives joy to other people. And when you give to other people, it should make you have a warm glow. He was so full of joy that the children and the animals had been happy when they looked at him. I'm going to tell you something you can do all Christmas season and even throughout all of the year that will help some people, most people, feel a glow inside. I'm going to show you. You can smile. Every time you smile, you're probably going to get a smile back from someone else. Smiles are contagious. So this Christmas season, let's spread Christmas smiles and give everyone a lovely glow inside. Oh, did you like the Christmas snowman? It was a great story, and I loved sharing it with you. It is so enjoyable spending time together while we read a picture book. I hope you'll want to come back. Until then, Merry Christmas and see ya!